Hey guys, welcome back to Buster's Corner. Let me see, do I make sure I have my controls on? I'm doing a quick video here, and I've got Raymond Barkham helping me. I'm gonna get on the track here and I'll explain what's going on here in a second. Let me get going here. So, I did the setup video this morning for Darlington, and in that video I was showing you by changing some shocks how I made a difference in the handling of the car. And I made the statement that if you're buying setups from setup shops and their shocks are set to 10, they're ripping you off, okay? Or misleading you, I guess. No, I think I said ripping you off, so I'll stand by that statement. But we're gonna find out if I'm gonna eat crow or not. I'm gonna do this in a video. I'm gonna post this video one way or the other. So either they're right or I'm right, or they're somewhere in the middle, but we're gonna find out. So what the test is, we're at Darlington. I got my green light on the track so I can try and run similar laps each time. Okay, not too much. No, not the wall. Okay, that won't hurt me too much. So this is the setup that we did this morning on my video, 1.1. And it is tight. This track is 76. I made the car tight. So we're going to need to adjust that. It is tight. So Raymond and I are going to run the same. We're going to run 10 laps with the stock set that I have right now. Okay. Oh, the reason behind this is I was contacted by one of the setup shops, pretty much saying that I was wrong. Yeah, I was wrong, and that running all 10s on shocks is a legitimate setup, and that's the way they run their shocks. They're not. They don't have two different setups for their drivers versus the public, which I think is a comment I made, that their drivers aren't running all 10s. So when he reached out to me and said that, let's go find out. All right, let's quit him and Han. And I've done a lot of hours on this track this last 2 weeks, so I think I can do a good, honest test here. So Raymond and I are going to run. We have stint analyzer run. We got telemetry on. The task here is to run. Well, when your thing says 11 laps, then you'll have 10 laps recorded. So I'm going to run 10 laps stock. We're going to set all the shocks to 10 and run 10 laps. See if it's faster or slower. Yeah, this car's tight. That's way too tight. And we'll see what the results are. As simple as that. So either I'm full of shit or the setup shops are full of shit. And we'll put a stop to this who's full of shit once and for all. Where am I at? Lap 6. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Yeah, this car's way too tight, especially at 76 degrees. I was running at 80 degrees when I built this. So, all right. So now that you've got the facts, what's going on? I've been called out by one of the setup shops saying I'm wrong, and it's been that way for a long time in iRacing. And I remember too, there was a time, and that's true. There was a time when, yeah, I think we used to set all the shocks to just 10 and just leave it, or max them out, because they weren't using them. But iRacing said shocks are important in the next gen, and here's all this fancy stuff you got to do, and graphs and stuff you want to look at and formulate. And so if that's true, if what iRacing is saying is true, then you can't set the shocks to all 10 and be the fastest car on the track, according to iRacing. All right, so now that you know all that, you can go ahead and fast forward this video if you want, because I got to run 30 laps here. You can go ahead and fast forward it to the end and see what the results are. Or hang tight and you can see what's going on as I do it. Because I showed my video, and actually during the build of the setup, yeah, it changed speed for me. Some are saying, or the gentleman that reached out to me said it's a comfort thing, not a speed thing. Well, isn't comfort speed? Don't the two go hand in hand? Well, comfort versus trust. do you trust the car? Do you trust the car to make that corner at this speed? Or do you think it'll push out or get too loose? Do you trust the car? So that would relate to a comfort thing. Trust. Okay, this is my 11th lap. Last one for this setting. Oh, looks like I'm spending this afternoon fixing this car, I can tell you that. And we have our stint analyzer running, and we're going to do a compare stint, and you will see the difference as we're driving. That's it, Raymond, just 11 laps. Let's park it.
Aim forward.
Okay. Stint analyzer says they're by 10 laps. I got 29.7. Well, actually, I can. Take those off.
What are you doing? Putting it back to 10?
Yeah, let's take all shocks to 10. That was his warm-up lap. There's Raymond. He's running at 30.5. That's okay. We just want to see if it changes. All right, let's go in here now. 10. I mean, if he's right on this 10 thing, that makes setup so much easier and so much faster for all of us. Hold on. Oops. Ah, should I move that? Dang it. All right. 10, 10. I think I sneezed there for a second. It went away. But yeah, if the 10 thing works like he says, all right, run your 11 laps. I'm almost there. Then it makes setup of the race car just so much easier. Okay, then I get it. And I've been a dummy for all this time, and somebody needs to call Iracing out and say this is horse manure. Why do you guys give us all this stuff to do when it don't work? That's all right. We'll find out. Right? That's what testing is for. Okay, all 10s. Let's go. Apply. Now I'm going to stint analyzer, and I'm going to right click on my name, compare stint, like that, and you'll see it live. Okay, where's he at? I don't want to run him over. He's got the original Buster's paint job on there. I got off of that because I felt like I was being a target. I can't get through a race without getting wrecked. Or being involved in somebody's wreck. Okay. 11 laps. Keep it on the line as much as possible. I did tap the wall one time, didn't I? Oh! I'm not going to tell you which setup shop contacted me. That part's irrelevant. So let's just find out. So far, I'm 3/10 faster. Hangs that wall really good up there. It definitely sticks to the wall pretty good up there. Does like the outside line too. Oh, that's the car. That's not shocks. That was me. This car's too tight, this low temperature. That's right, we can fix that. That's easy to fix. Where's he at? He's on lap 7. We're still 4/10 faster. Easy, easy. Push, push, push. Don't hit that apron. 0.3 faster. Uh-oh, I'm starting to catch up to Raymond. A lot of guys can't drive this track. I mean, that's why I'm glad Raymond was around, because I think I'm a little bit better at the track than he is. But he's been around a lot longer than I have, so he knows how to control a car and keep the car off the wall or out of the infield. He's like an old Dale Jarrett, isn't he? The car is really tight right there on that circle, but I think the shocks are doing that for us. Yeah, for a tight step, it definitely made it tighter. Where are we at? 4/10. So I like cutting this inside line right there. There we go. Get some, baby. Where am I at? 8, 9. Oh, almost caught up to him. He's got one more left to go. He's on his last lap. Last lap for you.
See, I was more faster with it being with grip, but it was skating.
It was like on top of the track.
Correct.
So that'd be the comfort feel that the guy was talking about.
But when you got the comfort feel, you're going to push that car a little bit harder.
At the beginning of the run, I was 0.4, 0.5 faster. But at the end of the run, I want to be in 0.4 slower.
Honestly, I see what you're saying because I was actually looking at mine and actually lost speed at towards the end of the run because at the very beginning of the run on them 10 laps, comparing both of them together, uh, you have the speed at the very beginning, but it falls off really quick.
Hmm.
The one that you got is actually
Oh,
faster,
wait a minute.
steady. Does that make sense? It's steady.
On yours, I guess I got 2 bars here for you. Uh, the last lap you just ran, what was your fastest lap? Was that the 2:04? Your last stint. No, I see it there. No, there's stint 2, stint 3. Your stint 3 at the end was actually 0.2 faster. No, you're looking at those. When I see stint 2, your
Oh,
fastest lap. All right, so
but
that looked like it was faster for you, and it was faster for me into that last lap. So I'm gonna say that last lap was probably me jaw jacking, because I was only missing it by 0.05.
yeah, but the point is that you're slower on that run. You know, you're not slow, but you're not. You know, how can I say it? You're not
Comfortable.
comfortable because the car is sitting on the top of the track with the sprint, with the shocks being all 10 all the way across. You got that glidey feel like your your car's sitting on fucking, excuse my language, but on block stands, and you got nothing to make the car comfortable where, where the car's balanced, where the car's not floating in the air. And when you got it at 10, the car feels like it's floating in the air, but it's comfortable. You got speed, yes. But with the shocks and spring, with the shocks especially, the shocks, iRacing would not put them in iRacing if there was not a purpose for the shocks to be there. And with this next gen car, this car has to depend on the shocks, caster, camber, bump steer, everything. So the shocks has a big role in this setup of any setup out there. And what I just felt, was I comfortable running a little bit faster? Yes. Was I not? No. Because it felt that the car was actually floating across the track and not being stable.
Right. No, I follow you. I was able though to ride the higher line with that stiffer shock package. Okay, put everything to 1. Let's go and try it one more time.
You said put it all down to 1.
Yep, drop all your shock down to 1. Okay, wait. This time we're going to compare. Let's get out of here. Let's go back and compare this now to stint analyzer. This one. Compare stint to this one. Okay. So far, the setup shop guy was right. I have to say he's right. I was faster. Um, it did feel like it was on top of the track more. Stiff. So, but that's just a feel. Like he said, that's a comfort thing. We'll find out. We're going to stop this horseman right now. Right? If they tell you it don't work, prove me. Prove it to me. Show me. Or tell me what your philosophy is and let me go prove it to myself. I got no problem doing that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Last thing I want to do is be the guy that spreads the wrong stuff. Oh, that's loose there, baby. That thing was hooking up. That thing was hooking up and coming around. Oh. Okay. This got more grip. It's got better comfort. Push, push, push. Oh, drip, drip. Oh. Was that me? All right. That could have been me. That one's on me. Guess we make up for it. That's got more grip. That feels like it's in the track and not on top of it like the 10s were. But I would like a little bit of support right up in here. I feel like it just wants to go up to the wall and not stop. But corner exit. Bam. Yeah. All right, that's lap 7. Lap 9. And maybe if you build the car around those 10s, right? If you start off with 10s and build around those 10s, I guess I'd say that's probable, right? Um, okay, where are we at? Last lap. It gets to that corner a lot better than those 10s did. Okay, that's our 11th. We're done. Where's he at? He's back there. All right, I got my laps in. Okay, let's go see what we got. Third stint. That's already stint. I thought rate was higher than that. I shaved the whole 10th off with with ones. I thought ones was gonna be the worst case. I mean, I thought it was gonna be trash, but the ones really let the car. If you want to talk about a feel good, it really felt like the car was in the track and on top of it compared to the 10. Okay, I'm gonna go back. Okay, I want to. We're going to compare to this stint this time. Set compare stint. And we're going to go back and I'm going to do the 10s one more time. Okay. Like I said, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I have no problem
I
with
can tell
that.
you right now that the way this car ran, I wouldn't want to run it on one.
I was a full second faster.
Yeah, but the one thing about it, when you hit one and two, if you hit the bumps wrong, it really upsets the car real bad.
All right.
But the point is what you just said. I do agree that these shocks are needing to be done. I mean, they're this car, from 10 to 1, I would actually run it at 10, but that's selling a set
Whose is that?
with a 10, but with not the
Four.
shocks done. With the shocks not being done, you can run them between there, but you have to adjust everything that needs to be done the proper
He
way to
was
get the car to react with the shocks, because
523.
the
He lost it
shocks
here,
are the very
but he started out faster.
important things. And I ain't gonna say who told me this, and he was a former builder, and he said, "quote that the shocks are the final tooling of a setup on iRacing."
Well, and that's why we're here. We're here to debunk them. Now, you were looking at yours. You were actually faster. Yeah, the fastest lap time right there by .02, and your 3 lap average was faster by .1, a full tenth, and your 5 lap average was faster. But then the 7 and 10, you looks like you dozed off.
Yeah, the car started in 1 and 2, started like wanting to, when I hit the bump the wrong way, it upset it, and the car kind of like bounced.
Okay, all right. So all ones is not a good solution. And okay, do me a favor, one last test, and we're done with this. Put the tens back in. Now we've had plenty of seat time, and we, I'm saying we're real comfortable with the track now. We're comfortable with the car. Put the tens back in one more time. Give us one more session, and that'll tell us. That's it. It'll be yes or no. Okay, let's go. All right, so you guys can fast forward still some more. I got another 10 laps to go. But I thought it was interesting that uh, okay, so we can go back and compare to the 1.1. All 10s was faster than the 1.1 had in it. All 1s was faster than what my setup had in it. So let's see. Now we're comfortable with the track. We're all warmed up. Give us a good hard shakedown and see what we get. It pushes up right there. So see, it's. Let's go. Let's go. Let's not talk and just drive. It does keep you up by the wall, that's for sure. So if you're diming in the wall, okay, just drive. I'm not so much feeling like it's on top of the track. I can't say it's on top of the track. Well, compared to the ones, yes. But I think I still stand by if you put all the shocks to 10. I tried this, didn't I, at one of the tracks? I'm going to set everything at 10, go build my setup around it, and then come back. And I came back and I changed the shocks and made the car faster. I forget where that was at. Lap 7. Come on, baby, get through that corner. Lap 9. I remember when I first started, I had a VRS account. And it used to drive me crazy that they set all their shocks to 10. That was in the Tour Modifieds. Is pretty much where I started. I kind of took a liking to that division. So I have a VRS account, and all their springs were maxed out on that car. All the shocks were maxed out, and so every now and then I'd go buy a setup from, actually from that was in Marconi. I didn't even know about Ryco then. Well, yeah, no, Kenny was running for Ryco then, but somehow I got into the Marconi's setups I was buying, and we got finished 11. And so once I started buying them, I go, these guys don't have their shocks all set at 10. They don't have maxed out springs. Man, VRS is a ripoff. And if you're starting out trying to learn how to build the setups, that's not a good place to learn if VRS has everything maxed out. You didn't learn nothing. You got how to max everything out. Okay. That was interesting. All right, so for us, stint 5, 10 laps. Okay, compared to the ones, 627, 688. That's off by 0.01, point zero, point zero something, 0.01. You'd have to make the argument that you got to make the argument that you can go either way, and the difference is not that big. But so you go back and compare it to mine. Let's go fastest lap. 3 lap average. 6, 4, 4, 4. Hmm. Oh, there he has 5th lap in. 3. Well, go to 3 lap average. 2, 2, 3. Whoops. 2, 2. 2, 2, 3, 3 for Raymond. Right. So this was. So that was his stock set at 3, 3,
On
10. No, it's 10.
let's see, we ran
And that was a 10.
on stint 2. I ran faster the first time on stint 2 than this last time with the all the shocks at 10.
No, I don't think. Let's see. So let's
No,
look at
no,
the.
no. I'm saying towards the end. I'm saying towards the end. lap 10.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Right. But if I look at because it's hard to say on the last three laps, you kind of get tired or whatever, lackadaisy. But let's go look. If you look at the three lap average, so on you, um, you had a 0.358. That was the stock setup. We went to tens. You did a 335, so a little bit faster. We went to the ones, 0.206, a lot faster. Back to the tens at 271. So let's just look at your bottom two, 206 and 271. That's ones versus tens. Um, what do you think?
Honestly, setting them at damn one actually, honestly, is faster.
Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking too. The car felt like it had more grip at one.
It had more grip, but it was like, if you could fix the bumps, this thing would be a rocket. I'm sorry to say this. There's guys saying that the shocks does not matter. They're, I'm not gonna say full of crap, but it just proved it right here that I just set them at one, and I was running faster than what 10 was on lap three, and even on uh,
Oh, lap five,
lap the lap five,
the five lap
even
average.
even lap even even on lap even on lap damn seven was even faster than the 10.
This was a 10 here at 275.
Because if you really want to go there, even the average all the way to 10th. Well, think back. No, what was it? No, that was three. That was two. That was that two, three when we went to one. All right. Yeah, it's a little bit faster, but it's proving that having them at 10 is not the way to go.
Yeah, so with 10, I was tight. So I took a tight car and made it tighter. I know the car's tight. I can really feel it now. But I took a tight car and made it tighter. With the ones, I took a tight car and I got uh, more traction out of it.
Correct. But the
Let's take a
theory
look.
that this came across that
My
I'm
tires.
seeing, and this is coming out of my mouth, is setting them at 10 all the way around is not the way to go.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
Because
Oops.
even setting them at 5, if I
Doesn't
remember,
work.
Tom was telling me this a long time ago, set them all at 5 and work from there. I do agree with Tom on that one. And that would be the point that I would honestly start at is 5 all the way around. And if you're doing your setup for the very first time, set them all at 5,
Oh, 38
then
minutes.
build the setup around it, then start tweaking. This will be the shocks are the final adjustment. These are fine tuning adjustments that most people don't have a clue. There even a chart out there showing the actual for this Gen 6 car out there. And I ain't gonna say there's a bunch of builders out there that has the knowledge, the engineer degrees, and all that. If they want to back this theory, put out a chart to the public, let them see it. Don't hide any information.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Get off your soapbox. That ain't gonna happen. Um, I hear you though. I understand what you're saying. Uh, so here's the deal with shocks. Shocks are very time consuming. You can spend a day just working on shocks. So you only got a week to put out your setup. So I mean, for me, it takes me a full week to do my setup, after work stuff like that. I don't have additional 8 hours to do shocks. I do a little bit of tweaking when I'm all done with everything. It's okay. I like it like that, and I go and I start playing with shocks, see if I can do it better, and that's what I do. But obviously, I could take my setup. My shocks are so far off. I could take them, set them all to one, and be faster. I'm
You're
gonna.
dead right.
I'm gonna.
We just proved the theory that 10 is not the way to go with the shop. That is done over with. The one when we had it down at one, I would say start at damn one and work your way up. I mean, we just seen the theory even at we seen it from doing at 10, doing it at one, and honestly, it's whatever
All
somebody
right.
wants to do. But like you said, it's time consuming on a shock. It's fine tuning a shock is you got to remember the X factor does come in play with even with the shocks. Most people don't know what an X factor is. It's left front to right rear, right
All right.
front
Let's
to
let's
right
save
left rear.
let's save that conversation too. I'm into 40 minutes already. I gotta cut the tape off. Okay. Okay. So I think that I guess in my honest opinion, shocks need to be adjusted. Set them at 10. Set them at one is just lazy. Um, I don't think you're getting your dollar's worth out of a setup shop if they set them all to tens or all to ones. Why set them at tens? You might as well set them to ones if you're going to set them all the same. Uh, Adjusting those shocks does make a difference in the next gen car. Agreed?
100% agreed on that.
All right. So I'm going to post this video, guys, down below. Please leave your comments whether you agree or disagree. If you disagree with me, give me something to test, and I'll test it, and we'll continue this test if you want to. Leave it down below. Um, if I'm wrong, say Bob, you're wrong, and tell me how to go back and test this to prove myself wrong, and I will redo that tape and do it again. All right, Raymond, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. You guys, thanks for watching Buster's Corner. We're out of here.